Morning, guys. I hope you're all well on this rainy Monday. Let's get it. Hi. But in all seriousness, come on, guys, just let's not let the rain and the bleakness of this English weather get to us. Yes, we'd all like to be on a beach somewhere. Guys, can you see the new setup? Like, I'm directly in front of you now. The other way was just giving double chin, and it kept on dropping down all the time. So I said, you know what, just get another one. So here we are. So yesterday I did a post. Sorry, I'm going to be really, it's bad manners. I'm chewing gum, but it's my thing. So yesterday I did like a post in my stories about reiterating and repeating my stories. So I just wanted to talk about that this morning, and about getting into habits, etc. Good habits that are going to help us to kind of that are going to help us to make the change that we want to make. So if you think about a child, when you're teaching a child something, and in order for them to get better at it, you always support them, and we'll probably give them like the tools to do it. Like if they're learning to write, we'll make sure they've got a fatter pen. If they're cooking with us, we'll make sure that they've got the right stool, etc., so that they can cook. I think you guys know where I'm going with this. So I kind of want us to repeat our actions daily, our positive actions that are going to support us to progress and do better in our lives. So for me, and those who've been following me for a long time will know that I love a list. I always talk about making a list. And last night, I made a list of work that I had to do. And when I looked at this list, the hardest thing on the list was for me to prepare some court documents for my role as a social worker, mental health social worker, adult mental health social worker. So I said, you know what, Karen, you're not doing anything right now. Yeah, you're chilling, it's Sunday or whatever. But if you start early, start the document, type up, etc., tomorrow you only have to go over and amend. So that's what I did. I worked on the document yesterday. I should be able to submit it. I'm going to get one of my colleagues to read through it. That's another tool. A colleague of mine is going to make sure that there isn't any spelling mistakes, because obviously we're professionals and we want to be treated as such. So make sure there's no spelling mistakes, the grammar is correct, etc. But just to say that with the list, sorry, with the list, this is something that we can repeat every single day. So the list can essentially, you can start it on Sunday night knowing what you have to do throughout the week. And then what we can do with this tool is that I don't like to rub out what I've done. I like to tick, because every time I tick and I look at my list, I feel some sense of achievement, and it helps me to go on and continue with all the other tasks that I need to do. So what I'm trying to say to you is that sometimes repetition is key to change. And I'll go back and use a gym analogy as well, because I think last week I was talking about the gym quite a bit. But when you want change in your body, and I use myself as an example, I have to make sure that I repeat the workouts that I'm doing where I want to see changes in my body. I repeat the workouts that I'm doing, and I repeat the foods that I'm having, and that's how I start to see change. So back to the list. What I'm advising you to do today is to make a list, and what I want you to do today, or what I'd like you to do today, is start with the hard thing first. So of all the things that I had on my list, the list that I made yesterday, the hardest thing for me was the court documents. And the reason why it was hard for me is because it's a little bit finicky. just the way that we have to record it and save it and all the rest of it, I knew it was going to be annoying for me. I just wanted to get it done, and that's why I started it. So that's why I'm advising you, like, start the hard thing first, get it out of the way, and then those smaller tasks that we have to do, they become exactly that. They become smaller to us. It becomes something that we can achieve. But what I would say is keep it visual. When you're doing your list, I know some people, they like to wipe away what they've done. I have a different technique and strategy that works for me. I've always been using it. I've been using this technique since I was a teenager. It works for me. And the strategy is I make my list, and as I've done, achieved what I need to achieve, I can just tick it off the list. So yeah, that's our little video for today. Guys,